What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I am at Arby's. But you're not here for me at Arby's. No, no, no. Instead, we have something very exciting to talk about in this video because I just got a package in. And also right now I'm flipping my Balisong. This is my original beautiful Damascus Balisong. I decided that if, I'm gonna be in the parking lot of a very nice establishment, I should probably be flipping a very nice Balisong. So here in the Arby's parking lot, it just felt like the right vibe. Anyways, today I have a very exciting package right here from a person that you probably know. This is a package from ArtSea Flips. If you haven't checked out ArtSea's channel before, she's another Balisong YouTuber, makes awesome content, and has been making content longer than I have, as a matter of fact, at least when it comes to Balisongs. But this is a package containing none other than her own collaboration with Balis, the Wave. This is very exciting to me. Oh, it comes with a sticker. Very cool. Do like me a sticker. I'm gonna put this trash away before it blows somewhere. Anywho, thank you for the sticker. Very excited about that. This is the Wave, and I'm very excited about it because obviously, as you know, I have also collaborated with Balis to create my own Balisong. So I'm interested as to how this is going to compare. Now, to get things out of the way, first of all, the Vulp is $65. The ArtSea Flips Wave by Balis is $75. So it's only $10 more expensive, but I think it's got some interesting features that you might find intriguing that I think will make sense as to why the price is higher. However, I can also tell you that the price is slightly higher simply because ArtSea most likely paid for all of this. And what I mean by that is the Vulp is a collaboration with Balis. The Vulp is something that I designed and that Balis is manufacturing and distributing. So I'm not doing the distributing or manufacture of the Vulp. I simply designed it and I'm helping with the marketing for it. But I'm not like the one shipping it out or anything like that. However, for ArtSea, as far as I'm aware, she actually bought a stock of these. So essentially she paid Balis to create this Balisong and then package it and then send it to her, and then she is the one that's doing the distribution for this product. So that's kind of the difference there, is that she actually had to invest all of the money that it costs to develop and buy and purchase a Balisong. And so that's honestly a lot of upfront cash. Like, I'm not entirely sure how much this project costs, but if I'm not misinformed, that likely has something to do with the increased price. However, let's crack this bad boy open. Okay, so first things first, you got our classic little dude here. Let's see what we have inside of here. Okay. Visit our websites, balisong.com. Quick note from ArtSea Flips. Thank you so much for supporting me and buying the Wave. I made this knife for you to have the ability to fall in love with a knife that you can use as a trainer for as long as you would like. When you become more advanced, the blade can be sharpened for a more realistic knife flipping experience instead of buying another knife. The cost is effective, and while still using high quality materials such as nicer 440C steel in the blade, I'm looking forward to hearing your opinion, and hopefully the Wave can lead you down an awesome Balisong journey like it did for me. That's very cool. Cool. So there's some really cool stuff in here. I'm seeing instructions for sharpening, which is pretty dope. There seems to be some really good graphics inside of here for how to tune things. It has the warning that I actually talked to Balis about this when we were working on the Vulp, and that we ended up needing to change in the manual because our manual originally was very cavalier with how to take apart the Vulp and put it together, and we found that people were getting their Vulp and then immediately disassembling it and like trying to retune it and tune their own bushings and stuff like that, which is great. However, you shouldn't take apart a Balisong when it arrives if it already has pretty good tolerances. So that's actually a great warning that they have right here. Warning, it is not advised that you try to disassemble the Wave. It is difficult to correctly install unless you have experience. Be careful of the possibility of stripping screws, even though the replacement bushings are provided. So, yeah, that's great. I really like that manual. Good job there. The packaging is pretty bog standard for Balis. Nothing surprising there. You got your pickle sack. You've got the wave, which I'm gonna wait a second to crack that open. Got the little screwdriver dude, got the Loctite, and then, very excitingly, we've got the Nabalis T10 assembly tool. It looks like they've updated it now to even have a word mark on the side that says Nabalis T10. That's very cool. They've been doing a really, really good job with like kind of updating their branding and just making everything seem even more professional. I think they've got a really good idea of what they want to do in the future, and they really seem to be serious about wanting to become a serious Balisong company. So that's cool. All right, now let's talk about the wave. The first thing I'm noticing is that closed, it's a little hard to determine which side is the bite side. I can tell after an extended look that this is the bite side, but my gut reaction was that because of this like swedge direction, you can actually see on my Balisong, the direction of that angle is the bite side. So this is the bite side. This, because of that angle, looks like this is the bite side, but that is obviously the back of the blade. So that's the first thing I noticed there. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is a trainer. It is completely dull, but it does look like a live blade. It's got fantastic tolerances out of the box. That's like no play whatsoever. Interesting. So I haven't touched this yet at all. Oh, that's comfy. That's very comfy to chaplain. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, I can tell you immediately it is different than the Vulp. I will say that it feels different than the Vulp almost instantly. The machining is fantastic, very good machining quality. I like that they have this little angle thing. So on the Vulp, I was careful to kind of machine it in a way that would be very cheap, because that's the whole point of the Vulp, is to have it be as cheap as possible. So for the front surface, it's literally just one line that's continuous and connected, and just like, this is a pretty quick machining process for the front. Then you have this one right here, and it just goes to a straight line right there. That's once again a pretty quick machining process. This sort of curved diagonal thing takes a bit more time, which is interesting to see. I like that detail though, because then it puts more weight into the ends of the handles and kind of makes it act more like a normal spacer. Wow. Huh. Okay, so first things first, this thing chaplains pretty well. Like, I'm very impressed by the chaplain ability of this Balisong. You can go pretty fast with it, which is good. The Vulp intentionally has a slow chaplain speed. The Vulp has a large, you need to make large circles to chaplain the Vulp. And this is on purpose. If you try to chaplain the Vulp too quickly, it'll get out of hand and then fall out of your hand pretty quickly. It'll kind of fling itself off of your finger. The reason for this is that obviously the larger circles make it easier to learn chaplaining, and so that was the idea behind the Vulp, is it's a learning tool. This allows you to chaplain faster, and honestly, I really like it. It's not as fast as like a Cracker-Akin or some of the nicer Balisongs that exist. Like this guy, you can chaplain really, really fast and get it really, really close to being where the center is like perfectly still. Some of them you can chaplain. I think I can do this with my Cracker-Akin. You can chaplain it fast enough that one of the pivots essentially remains like centered, which is really, really cool. But this gets very close. You can chaplain quickly with this thing, so I'm impressed by that. The balance is interesting. It's not bad by any means. I'm honestly pretty impressed because, to be fair, looking at it, I didn't know what to expect. It's got a weird blade shape for sure, and then it's got like, the handles have a very, very heavy taper to them. So ours have a bit of a taper where it starts thinner up here and then goes thicker down here, but it's not by a lot. Whereas this one has a substantial taper where it's pretty thin right here and then very thick at the bottom. And I think it looks super duper cool, but it's a very substantial taper. The jimping is definitely not as aggressive as the Vulp, and to be fair, I honestly wish there was a little bit more, though for aesthetics, it looks really good. Like I do like how it looks just down at the bottom of the handle. It isn't bad for ladders. I wouldn't call it great for ladders, but it does kind of stop it slipping out of my hand as I go for the infinity ladder there, so that's good. So the jimping does work. It's not as aggressive as the Vulp, and it's not as deep or long, but it does work. The main thing I'm noticing is that it is very slippery, and this is a similar problem that we have with the Vulp. There's nothing along this side, but also I think these holes here, they're fine, but they're not doing a great job of like immediately catching that sort of grip, right? Like it's not immediately like, oh yeah, I can get a lot of grip there. I'm not feeling like immediately like there's a lot of grip. I don't know, it feels very flat across the top, which is probably not the best. On the Vulp, I was very intentional about having this sort of first grip area with these chevrons be very deep and like have it be pretty long so that you have a lot of initial grip in this area as you're doing a lot of rollover base tricks or even just ricochets and stuff like that. The Wave does have grip and it does feel good, but it's not the same at all. And honestly, I wish there was probably a little bit more going on here in terms of grip up at the top. But it's really not bad. And interestingly enough, because of the thinner handle design near the top, it is weirdly comfy to flip. Like it's different than I think any of my other Balisongs, which is nice to see. I always like a unique design. But yeah, I like how thin it is up here versus how thick it is down there, because that does, like, it's not slipping out of my hand. It's not running away from me, if that makes sense. Whereas like I feel like if it was a different design, it would probably be running away from me a bit. It'd be like trying to escape. So that's interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more of my thoughts, but right out of the box, I gotta say, it flips pretty freaking good. Like I can rip tricks on this thing and it works. If you're looking for a trainer that looks like a knife, this will definitely do it. It's a very interesting blade design. It's sort of a sheep's foot, but not, which is kind of interesting. You can see it's actually machine ground, so it is a machine ground edge. I wish the machine ground edge went all the way to the tip, but it doesn't. So if you were to sharpen this Balisong, you'd really only be able to sharpen it from here up to here, and then like past that, you're not gonna be able to sharpen that really thick boy. Like that would take a lot of removal of material, and if you don't have actual grinding tools, you're not gonna be able to sharpen it. You might be able to sharpen this Balisong, though it will be an endeavor, because even this, there is no edge there. And so actually trying to sharpen that edge will be relatively difficult. However, I really do love the idea that ArtSea had here. I really do like the idea of having a trainer that can turn into a live blade later if you want it to do so. And I think that that's a very good, you know, concept. I really like something that has a bit of a unique concept and a good idea to it overall. And this is very unique. The blade is sort of a weird Tonto sheep's foot, so it's like halfway between a Tonto and a sheep's foot, and it's got a bit of like a like a curve to it. I don't know, it's interesting. I don't know how much I like it aesthetically, though I do think it's cool. Oh, I'm gonna drop it. But I do like how it fits with the whole picture of the knife. I really like the stiletto look of the handles, like how thin they get versus how thick it is. I don't know, I think there's a lot going on here. I think this is a good Balisong though. Like I'm honestly pretty impressed with the flipping experience. It flips well. I'm probably actually, I genuinely didn't know if I was going to be like super impressed with how it flipped and if I would like keep it around and flip it on a regular basis, or if I would be a little disappointed in how it flipped and then, you know, put it back into its box or whatever. But honestly, with the way this thing flips, I will probably keep it in my rotation of like just things I flip, because I'm pretty impressed. I really am. Good job, ArtSea. This is super cool. I like the color too. Big fan of the blue. I love me a nice bright blue. I think it matches with the orange extremely well. So gotta say, love that. But yeah, this is super dope. So great job on the design here. ArtSea, great job on the manufacturing. Nabalis, they've been getting better and better at their manufacturing processes, which is super awesome to see. And yeah, I hope that we get to see more cool stuff in the future, because both of these products are awesome. But I'm really impressed with this thing. I don't know how realistic the whole sharpening it yourself thing is, but like, it flips really well. Like it, oh no, oh, immediately to the ground. Oh well, we'll get B-roll with it with scuffs on it, that's fine. It's aluminum, that's how it goes. Anyways, I'm really impressed at how well it hugs your finger in chaplains. Like that, it chaplains great. And I, as a rollover connoisseur of sorts, I really appreciate a good chaplain. So I am very impressed. Good job. Wow. Huh. Cool. All right, so that is the Wave by ArtSea Flips and Nabalis. And yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. You got me there. I did not expect to be so impressed by this product. I like that it's T10. T10 good. All Balisongs should just be T10. That's my hot take of the video, which is a very lukewarm take. In fact, some might even call it a cold take. But yeah, that's the Wave. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my comparison to the Vulp. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. See you later. Peace.